Hey everybody, it's Brewer. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Normally I am working through strategies for Clash of Clans, but today I wanted to show you one of the tools that I've just picked up, and I've been looking for this tool for quite some time with no success in finding it. I finally found one I liked, and I thought, you know what, if I'm having such a hard time finding it, maybe other people are too, and maybe this video can help them as well. Now, what am I talking about? I've wanted to find a tool that I could illustrate on screen exactly the things that I'm talking about. Especially when you're talking strategy or attack strategies, you need to point to certain things or draw lines or be able to illustrate so that other people can understand what you're talking about. Well, the tool that I found is Draw on Screen by Make Easy. It's available right on the Google Play Store. I'm assuming it's available on Apple as well, but I don't use Apple products. So check it out, and if it is or isn't, leave it in the comments below. Now, the blue toolbar on the left is the toolbar for Draw on Screen. And don't worry, you can hide that. I'll show you that later. But I wanted to illustrate for you each of the tools available within the application. The first, you can select the pen that you're going to use, and it goes from an airbrush, which I'm using now, and you can see it's the normal spattered, draw quicker and it looks softer kind of a look. There's also a circle point, a square point, and those two are basically the same, but what you'll see here, that was the circle, this is the square. You can see that your corners are a lot flatter with the squared tool. But the one that I really like is the felt tip edge. You can see you get some really dramatic thin lines when you pull, fat lines when you push. It just makes it a lot more interesting to use. The second tool button here is the artist's palette, and that's exactly what it does. It allows you to select the color that you're using to illustrate on the screen. Now the nice thing is you'll notice that the toolbar color has changed to be the same as the pen color. So if I change it back to blue, you'll see the toolbar color changes back to blue as well. That's really handy as you're getting into something, especially certain backgrounds, certain pen colors just don't look right. The next tool allows you to change the width of the pen that you're using. So, if you start with just your standard line, now by swiping up or down in that white box, you can make it thinner or fatter. And you can make this pretty dynamic, probably bigger than you would ever be interested in using for anything other than coloring over complete parts of your screen. But you can see you can get a pretty good, pretty thick line as well as a pretty thin line. Let's move this back to something that is a little easier to use. And we're back. So closing the, taking all that away, looking at that next button, that's a back button or a revert. That will delete your markings sequentially. So I drew 1, 2, and 3. Now by pressing that button I can delete them 3, 2, 1, and then even the arrow that I used to draw it. That helps you if you have most of your drawings correct, but that last one just didn't look right. You can take it off and start again. The next button is a trash can. That's exactly what it does. Let's say you wanted to mark up a picture, you got a little carried away. I didn't want to do that to poor Kate. So you hit the delete or the trash button, everything clears off the screen just like that. Now the next button is a line through an eyeball. When the line is up, that means you're drawing over whatever it is you see on the screen. When the line is gone and it's just the eyeball, that just means you're looking at the screen, you're not drawing. Now, when the toolbar comes back, you'll see the button that looks like a British flag. That makes the toolbar disappear. And there's two ways to bring that back. One, you have to go through your main menu, drop that down, and bring it back. I'll show you a better way in a second. But this tool with the 4 corners, all that does is it moves your toolbar around the 4 edges of your screen. Handy if you like it one place better than the next. But this is the tool that I really think is kind of handy. You can set it up so that when you shake the device it will do different things. I personally have it to turn drawing mode on or off when I shake the device. So as I'm looking at the screen, I can make it big, I can manipulate the screen, and then when I shake the device you'll see the arrow come back That's because that's what it had illustrated. So that also tells you what mode you're in. All of your illustrations go away when you're in out of illustration mode. When you shake the device again, all the illustrations come back. And then finally, that last button down on the bottom, that's your quit button. If you press that, it'll come up with a pop-up just making sure that you really do want to quit. And there you have it. So it's a nice easy tool. It's easy to use. It's easy to hide when you don't want it there, but it's there when you do. If you make videos like I do, this has been a tremendous help in making things easier for people to understand. So the tool again is Draw on Screen by Make Easy. I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, please let me know in the comments below. Other than that, this is Brewer. Thanks for watching.